right, guys, now let's take the 5 critical daily habits and let's put them into a calendar. I'll give you another little side tip right here as well. When you're doing your days, categorize your days. What do I mean by that? Well, let me show you. I may do expired Mondays, right? Because if I can get into a rhythm of calling the same type of lead gen, then I get into that rhythm and I don't get out of it. I don't have to switch scripts as I'm doing that. If I'm doing, FISBO Tuesdays, then again, I'm getting into the script of what I'm doing. If I'm doing B2B Wednesdays, then I get into the script of what I'm saying when I'm doing that. You guys, I'm sure you'll understand that, right? Because you get into the rhythm of having that same conversation. You've practiced it right here. You've done a knowledge study on whatever that is as well, as you are going into that DPA time, the 2 to 3 real estate conversations armed to win. You prepared. Again, remember, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall to your lowest level of training that you've done, right? That's what you're doing in this process. So we've got the health for 30 minutes. We've got practice in here. And again, this can either be 15 minutes each before you do it, and then you can put 15 here before you do that if you're doing it twice, or you can do 30 minutes and 30 minutes, whatever it is that fits your schedule and your time frame as well. Now, if you'll notice, I also put a couple of other things in here too. We have our live training sessions, if you are a part of the full program, on Monday through Thursday at noon. Guys, stick that in there. Put that in there because that is fantastic. One, it increases the 5 people that you're spending the most time with. And 2, we have got the best coaches in the world teaching you their expertise, because you're not going to find one coach that's good at everything. You're going to find the one that fits your personality and your profile as you go through that, right? And that's the piece of that you're going to do as well. Now, let's go to the next one and let's get into that too. So here's your next one. At the end of the day, I'm going to do review and track. I'm going to spend a little bit of time going over what I've done, what I can improve on, figuring out what is my knowledge weakness and what do I need to look at tomorrow. What do I need to work on in my script and dialogue process, my practice time as we go. So this is going to actually track a couple of things. You're going to track in here your DPA points to make sure that you're on track for that. You're going to track the script process. Is there anything that hung you up? Is there anything that somebody said that you didn't know the answer to? Put that on the next day practice so that you never have that again as well. And then the third thing, is there a knowledge piece that you need to work on the next day? Use this process on a daily basis to plan your next day. At the end of each week on Sundays, I love to do that and sit down at this point in time on Sundays, anywhere between 4 and 5, and just find a quiet place and review the entire week as well. But if you look at the review and track thing and just spend 10, 15 minutes each day when you're going through that, you'll know and you'll have a very, very good indication of where your focus needs to be for the next day. And then when you do it at the end of the week and the beginning of the next week, for that next week coming up as well. All right, guys, here's your calendar. Here is what your 5 habits look like when you put them on your calendar and become purposeful. Oh, what are the other times for? Well, those are your other times that you're doing follow-up, right? And my follow-up piece may be answering calls. It may be showing. It may be all of those different things that I'm doing on real estate process. On Saturdays, it may be open houses, whatever it happens to be in here. It's going to be the activities that I'm doing on those days as well in those spare times. But if you will go through here, you'll notice that you're committing somewhere between 3 to 5 hours on your business, working specifically to increase your knowledge, your skills, implement those systems and your lead generation pieces and do your DPA and then review. And of course, concentrate on your health as well. All right, here's your calendar. Guys, you do this over the next 30, 60, 90 days, you become the top 5% in your market every time, and you hit or exceed your goals. All right, go get them.